Good morning, guys. My name is Rudo, and I'm a full-time stay-at-home crypto trader and investor. And this is the Trade for a Living podcast. So today we're going to be looking at Bitcoin. So what did I say yesterday in the stream? So we were looking at Bitcoin sitting right there. And the intention was that I'm wanting to see price kind of bounce and give me a short in this area below this support line, with the idea to take price to the buy zone. Now, that didn't quite play out the way I envisioned it. It just kept on falling to the buy zone. Now we went live. Now there's new refreshes. It seems to be like TradingView and me in the live stream doesn't want to work together. So, but in any case, so then price went to the buy zone as I explained, and here's now where my mind is changing. So yesterday was that, okay, regardless after the buy zone, I'm looking at 94 as the ceiling. So somewhere in here, there should be a structure. And then the idea was to short that structure to take price back down into the bigger buy zone that's sitting around here, starting at around 88 all the way down to 85. Now, it seems with price accelerating and reclaiming this support area that I want to put this. I don't want to take this idea or this buy zone and throw it away because the area is valid. But I just want to say that maybe this is not going to be the case now. And in order to be in the market and be in with the moves of the market, the idea is to try and continue on with a bullish narrative. So try and remain bullish as opposed to try to look for the short, because typically what will happen with moves like this is if the market has a lot of short traders, everybody now wants 80 because 80 has been advertised. Everybody has been prepared for it. 80, 80, 80 needs to happen, 88, 85, whatever the case might be. Now, what do they do when they believe it's going to go to 88? They will short it. And a short comes with a promise to buy. So in the form of your stop order. So when you short the market here, if everybody is due, everybody believes that that's going to come, anybody that's shorting in here is going to advertise their promises to buy if it goes higher there. So they're going to suck liquidity out of the market. And if there's too many of them, not an opposing force to kind of counteract it, what's going to happen is going to fall back in on themselves and they're going to be forced to buy price higher, which means that we could potentially then see this move drive and reclaim 96. Now, 96 is important because as soon as I zoom into higher time frames, that is the time that the price level that I would want to see Bitcoin reclaim in order for us to push into all-time highs. So there's a lot of ifs and buts today in the sense that we need to see, we need to be patient and see whether Bitcoin or this bullish theory actually plays out. And if we go above 96, then we can start dreaming bigger targets. And with that being said, once we're in this area, only then will I truly have an idea of where the next swing buy will be, you know, in the relationship like this one. Okay, so there you have it. Did you guys grab the buy yesterday? Let's see. You know, let me know in the comments. I know not everybody wants to be trading aggressively as such. Sometimes you just want to know what's happening. But if you did, let me know. And if so, yeah. Yeah, and to add on to that as a final, maybe closing remark for the stream, I don't think the stream needs to be too long today, is that with this kind of move, guys, looking at the RSI, you know, you almost need to, this is what everybody's going to do that maybe still has a bullish undertone now, saying, okay, right, great. They're going to want to wait for this. And I almost want to say don't, okay? Don't wait for price to fill the gap because we traded in there for a long time, okay? You can clearly see there's been a lot of trading within this gap. So between 94 and 91, there's not a lot of business for Bitcoin there. So if you wait for it there, if it moves back in there, it's almost going to be bad business. And then it will be the continuation zone for me on a short to the lower area rather than to try and buy the dip there, if you get where I'm at with this, you know. So that's a tricky thing with currently where the market is. So rather play the short-term game with momentum, okay, because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to be bearish on this move and let them do the losing while you drive the price, ride the wave up. Okay, let's see. Will price eventually come back down 50% of the wick on the daily time frame? No, you do. I don't want to see price do that again. Okay, daily time frame. This is probably going to be littered with squibbles, because this is actually supposed to be only the 4-hour time frame chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch over to my trading version. And because this one is clean, I've now drawn on the wrong one. Let's go daily time frame. The move is over. Okay, so your argument is you want to see 50% of the wick in a similar scenario like this. Okay, so you want to see that for a higher high, and sometimes you do get it. Okay, meaning like we did there. Let me just remove a couple of those lines. I don't want to lose too many. Okay, so sometimes you're going to get this where it does go and overlap it. So it's a fair assessment to say that that's going to happen. But because we're trending down already, I mean, if you look at this, there's a high. Don't do that. Come on, give me the tool. There's a high, there's a low. Okay, or you can use that to low. There's a lower high, and there's, for all intensive purposes, a double bottom or a low. The argument is that this is still pointing to larger time frame downwards momentum. And if you now go and keep on revisiting and testing lows, it just cements this to make lower lows. So you almost want to say, don't go there, because that's where everybody wants price to go again. Just like I explained on the 15-minute, go above this first. Prove you're bullish. Then we can look at a higher target there. There's too many double bottoms, then almost becomes a bad thing, if I can put it like that. Okay, so 50% of the wick goes up, didn't make the high, went there. So now are you going to get another 50% of the wick, on the basis that where's that 50%, So I would rather say no. If it wants to go up, let's rather get in with the move, trade it until it's bearish again, and then wait for the next one. Same there, 50% of the wick. No, we had the wick, it had created, the move is there, now go. So the time for that is over now. Okay, so that's basically what I'm thinking. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we do get that. There's still a lot of resistance sitting here at 96, so we need to break through that and then go. Okay, let's see. Fake out manipulation. Fake out manipulation. Look, it's a tricky thing. Manipulation is your best friend, because through manipulation, there is a big. Let's find the right words. I want to word it right. Manipulation is what makes technical analysis work. Okay, case in point. When you're looking at something that is trending, so let's just go into a 4-hour time frame real quick. Okay, and let's move into here. Now it's trending. So the argument would be that if it's following a line like that, it's being manipulated, correct? Because how the hell is that happening? And it's because there is buyers, big buyers loading up on lows and then protecting those lows and then protecting those lows while price is being pushed up. It makes it possible for us to draw a line on a chart and say that is now a trending line. It's because it's being manipulated up. And if you take trading and investing down to its essence, this is all that it is. In the end of the day, it is price being marked up and then price being marked down. And where the little guy is, and let's not say everybody's out to get you. Let's just say that is the nature of everybody's greed, be it that of an institution and yours. Everybody wants to buy low and sell high. So the fact that this happens is almost a blessing. So yeah. Now, the fake out part of it could be a scenario where, so that basically puts out the manipulation thing. It's a good thing. So if they manipulate that, amazing. A fake out manipulation is nothing other than a lot of short traders or long traders seeing that there's going to be a big move down. So they get to be right. But because their trades are there, they end up being the victims. Because the closing thing that I want to say with anything in the market is, if you're in the majority, you cannot win. because there has to be loss in order for you to succeed. So the great buy zones that I've had over times, great buy zones, I was in the minority of people acting. But then there would be buy zones in certain areas that basically just falls through, and then I was in the majorities. Nothing wrong with the fact that I bought there. There was just too many other people seeing the same thing. So that's the key here, guys. Okay, so that's it. That's all that I'm trying to get to. So fake out manipulation, no. But what will happen in a sense is this imbalance is going to be a big area that you need to worry. Okay. So what will happen is this move from 100 went too quick. There's liquidity sitting in there. So this will find a way to get into this area, and there will be a sell-off rejection there. How big, I don't know. The hope is that it doesn't take us past this level here at 94 or 96. It needs to lock that in as support. So even if it then, so it's almost better to say then, if you want to be bullish long-term investment-wise, wait for Bitcoin to reject at 100 and turn 96 into support, because then your bigger picture time frame will work better. Okay, so I hope that helps. Morning to each and every one of you guys. Now to the Mars and a few of you guys that's still in that's in the private group, in my private group. We're going to go live with market tactics now. I want to be looking at more trading and more trade setups. You can join that group. All you need to do, guys, head over to the navigation channel and click on the subscribe button. Simple as that. This video is brought to you by Prime. If you want to have access to the buddy indicator, which I haven't even brought up today, it does all the thinking for you. It's got strategies for all the different market conditions. If you want access to this indicator, more than welcome to do that. Just follow the on-screen steps there. Links to everything is in the video description. Remember, there's scammers about, so if it's not in the formal channel, it's not a real deal. So there will be people contacting you. They're everywhere saying that they me or something and they've got a better deal. Don't fall victim to that, guys. I'm just going to keep on saying that for this week, just to make sure everybody's aware of the sea of scammers that we do have. Have a lovely day. I'll be back in the afternoon where we're going to be looking at some more hodls. Yesterday, we did a lot of coins looking at, worst case scenarios. What will happen? How bad will it go? And one little pump like we had now doesn't really change the picture on any of these analysis. But you can see that we did have scenarios where they now hit buy zones. So should we now take this serious? They're still trending. Should we change our mind and still believe that there's going to be an 81 or so? So it's maybe too soon to answer that, but I'm going to try that this afternoon. And that's it. No new coins that I will be sharing with you guys. I'll rather just focus on the current new ones that I did share to kind of see of whether they are going to, or whether you should try and get in more positions on them. That's it. Okay. Have a lovely day, guys. See you in the afternoon. Cheers.
I'll keep hustling.
Subscribe now.